This video is sponsored by Granite Studio, RKTF University.
Good morning, I'm Dusha Agarwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 6th of May and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest development in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's cabinet voted to shut down Al Jazeera's activities in Israel for the duration of the Gaza war, citing concerns over national security. The US Secret Service reported that a driver lost his life after slamming his vehicle into the White House's outside entrance late on Saturday. World Food Programme Chief Cindy McCain warned of a full-blown famine in the northern parts of the Gaza Strip, with concerns mounting as the crisis spreads to the southern regions. Hamas declared that one of the 4 individuals slain in an IDF raid was its commander in the West Bank. The individual is identified as Hamas's Al-Qassam Forces West Bank commander, Ala Shati. A rash driver lost his life after crashing a vehicle into the gates of the White House. The Secret Service said that the incident took place on Saturday night. As Ukraine marked its 3rd Easter at war, Russia launched a barrage of drones in the country's east, intensifying the situation on the front line. President Vladimir Zelensky urged Ukrainians in an Easter address to be united in prayer, referring to God as an ally in the conflict with Russia. European intelligence agencies have issued a major warning, accusing Russia of plotting violent acts of sabotage across the continent amid escalating tensions from the Russia-Ukraine war. The IDF announced the elimination of a senior Palestinian Islamic Jihad commander involved in leading attacks into Israel amid escalating Israel-Hamas conflict. Vladimir Putin begins another 6-year term as Russia's president, marking nearly a quarter-century in power, as he wields significant authority over the country. Indonesia plans to permanently relocate nearly 10,000 residents due to ongoing volcanic activity at the Ruang volcano, emphasizing safety concerns for those living on the island. North Korea's ambassador to the United Nations said efforts to set up a new panel to monitor sanctions against his country would end in failure, state media reported on Sunday. Australia's government, facing significant inflation and cost of living challenges, has committed to eliminating $2 billion in student loans. The Albanese government, in its monthly budget unveiled this initiative aimed at easing financial burdens on students. US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan stated that the United States will not sign a bilateral defense agreement with Saudi Arabia unless there is a normalization of relations between Israel and Saudi Arabia. Western Australian police shot and killed a radicalized 16-year-old boy with a knife who had stabbed a man in a Perth car park, police and the state premier said on Sunday. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
खानदानी लुटेरों की कोशिश होगी बेकार, फिर एक बार मोदी सरकार।
शिक्षा देश का गौरव है और RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी शिक्षा का उद्यम है। RKTF में सवारे अपना भविष्य। PhD, MPhil करे अपने पसंदीदा विषय में। सर्टिफिकेट डिप्लोमा के 74 कोर्सेज। RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी।
The ministry offices in Luton's Delhi, Hotel Janpath, as well as airport terminals. Granite Studio India, with its prestigious brands, rich experience, and the trust of our clients, can be your reliable partner. We are here for you, for innovating, processing, supplying, and executing in stone. Contact us today for our special sample kit.
French President Emmanuel Macron has urged for a reset of economic ties with China ahead of Chinese President Xi Jinping's visit to France. Macron emphasized the need for more reciprocity in Europe's economic relations with China. A jailbreak at a prison in northern Haiti triggered a lockdown in Port-au-Prince, with authorities pursuing escapees. 2 individuals remain at large as police work to apprehend them. Togo's ruling party has won 108 out of 113 seats in parliament, according to the final provisional results of last month's legislative election announced on Friday. US billionaire investor Warren Buffett said that the Indian market has unexplored opportunities which his conglomerate holding company Berkshire Hathaway would like to explore in the future. CJI D.Y. Chanchu shared a childhood experience at a seminar in Kathmandu, revealing how he endured corporal punishment to conceal an injured palm from his parents due to shame. Speaking at the National Symposium on Juvenile Justice hosted by the Supreme Court of Nepal, CJI Chanchu discussed the lasting impact of the incident. Several people were detained for questioning on Sunday as a massive search operation for terrorists behind the Indian Air Force convoy attack in Jammu and Kashmir's Poonch district entered the second day. BJP ripped into the Congress party following controversial remarks made by its leader Vijay Wadetwar concerning the death of Maharashtra police officer Hemant Karkare during the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, while addressing a rally in Jamala Muddur Kapara district, pledged that the NDA would implement a one nation, one election system if re-elected. He criticized the YSR Congress government in Andhra Pradesh, alleging corruption that led to a state's debt of rupees 13.5 lakh crore. Deloitte India emphasized the importance of establishing a seamless data exchange and efficient data sharing framework among businesses, tax authorities and taxpayers to enhance the functionality of the Income Tax Department's AIS. Google has urged a US judge to reject extensive changes to its App Store Play proposed by Epic Games, the developer behind Fortnite, in their high-profile antitrust battle. A local official and state media in Lebanon said an Israeli strike on a southern village on Sunday killed several people from the same family, with Hezbollah announcing rocket fire in retaliation. Bengal Governor C.V. Ananda Bose asked Raj Bhavan employees to ignore any police communications regarding molestation allegations against him, stating that no criminal case would be filed against a governor while in office. TDP President N. Chandrababu Naidu has proposed to implement 4% reservation for Muslims in Andhra Pradesh upon winning the assembly elections. PM Narendra Modi accused the Congress and the India bloc of using Muslims as pawns during a rally in Dhauraha, stating that marginalized communities have distanced themselves from the Congress and its allies. Former India captain Sunil Gavaskar criticized Royal Challengers Bengaluru batter Virat Kohli of his slow scoring rate in T20 matches during IPL 2024, sparking a debate on strike rate in Indian cricket. Israel is prepared to temporarily halt the war in Gaza to gain the release of the hostages held there, but won't agree to Hamas' demand to end the war completely, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.